we were talking about being able to give it all up on the spot or snap out of it, in a split second. And
as in the case of an emergency.
right,
You got to
right.
forget everything in an emergency. Hey, the place is on fire. What? Boom! Gone already. Before they finish the sentence, the place is on. Yeah.
What about in the case of relations or romantic relationships? And
that's fire. You're on fire there too. That's a burning house in some cases. Glad you brought that up. Don't want to, exclude that scenario, because a lot of people are caught up in that. Right? They fall in that. See? They suffer that. Emotional attachment, romantic emotional attachment, which they idealize as love, but it's nothing like love. It's not about that at all. Right? Because if your girlfriend or your boyfriend just makes the wrong move, you want to kill him. That's not love. Did you look at... Did I just see you look at her dress? Were you looking at his tie? This kind of madness. Good grief, sickness. Were you looking at all? Right. There's control, right? This oppressive, sort of suffocative manipulation of the other, right? For no good reason, just to please oneself. If that's not hell, there is no hell. We've all had to deal with that. But you evolve beyond that, like family. You got to outgrow these suffocative, let's say, mechanisms. Say, self-building, ego-massaging mechanisms, just to make yourself feel good. No, military. No, you don't want to make yourself feel good. When you got a job to do, you go out and you do it. You sacrifice yourself. There's something in us, maybe an impulse of the hero. You just do what you got to do. You're not thinking about saving yourself. It's amazing, right? How you can displace your consciousness and attention outside and do something bigger, like music. Right? You have to be more than your practicing self when you get on the bandstand. You got to be the great self. See, the one everybody's really coming to hear, right? And serve and honor and respect. Not for your ego, but for the work you're doing that they can hear in your music. Say, wow, this person is for real. Right? Comment?
Yeah, so then also talking about, the notion of everything being wood for the fire. That also came up when we were talking on the porch.
Oh, yes. Everything owned, everything disowned. Mm-hmm. You want to get to that place? Everything you own, you're owned by, and you have to disown it, see, to be able to own it properly. Mm-hmm. And what I've noticed amongst the great players in their company, not listening, being, on the receiving end, but being with them, they need to overcome their fears. Well, become fearless. Well, I got to do this because of my recording company. They're here, the agency here. I got to play this. I should play some of my last record. Owned by the last record? Oh, so that's the contract. Oh, okay. Right, news. That's the news. Yeah, we have to throw all of that off and get away. I'm not saying contracts are bad. If you have a great contract, you honor it. You get what you can out of it. But there comes a time when you need freedom. I don't mean selfishness. I mean selfless freedom. There is such a thing in higher levels of, let's say, existence in the spiritual planes. Is selfless, hot, radiant, selfless participation in the stream of life that enables you to give more than take. See? Be more than taking. See? Live more than taking. See? And love more than taking.